He asks, what do you think about sperm donation? Will that raise IQ? Are sperm donors above average IQ?
Well, it's interesting, but the question really is women's choice of sperm influenced by males' educational attainment? And the answer to that is yes. Women do tend to select for educational attainment over several other traits. But is it the most important thing? It turns out that we have some data on this, which is currently unpublished, but was presented at a conference a couple of years ago. They did this huge multiple regression analysis looking at the factors that influence women's choice of sperm. They found it wasn't educational attainment so much, and it wasn't having a winning personality or any of that sort of thing. It was the age of the donor. Basically, if you're over 35 and you're donating sperm, you have a very low chance of having the sperm selected. The optimum seems to be in the late 20s. That's what women seem to go for in terms of choice. It was just this huge beta coefficient. It was massive. It was the outlying effect, essentially. I proposed at the time that the reason why this association exists is probably because women have an innate sense that older men have higher mutation load. So, what they're doing by being strongly attracted to selecting younger male sperm, what they're doing is they are trying to filter the sperm for mutations. Because it's an honest signal, male age is an honest signal of mutation load in the gametes. There's a very high correlation. It's like 0.99 or something between paternal age and de novo mutation load. Because of that association, it makes sense that women should just choose younger men if they want offspring who are going to be less likely to develop mutation-related genetic disorders.
My understanding is, in England, when they first started doing sperm donation, it was overwhelmingly university students who would donate sperm. And at that time, in the 70s and 80s, before the inflation of university degrees, they were above average IQ by quite a bit. Now, of course, the difference, the above averageness of their IQ, will be much less because of the widening of higher education. But my understanding is that sperm donation was in the past associated with people of higher IQ. But I'm not sure it would have raised IQ. First of all, there are a number of factors involved. If you have to have in vitro fertilization, there's all kinds of factors involved in terms of a suboptimal environment at the very beginning of life and all kinds of things like this. It's not a particularly widespread thing, so it wouldn't have much of an effect on IQ. I Googled and can't find any evidence that they've looked into the average IQ of sperm donors. I suppose you could argue that since you're paid for it, that's one of the reasons it attracted students. Since you're paid, you could expect it perhaps even to be negatively correlated with IQ, particularly if there's consequences. I mean, now they can, in England anyway, the products of these donations have the right to know who their fathers are, and they can track you down. Previously, they did not have that right.